what's up. Today I'm going to be solving this equation using a certain formula. It's called the difference of two squares. You can solve this. This is going to be one of my examples. You can solve this or any other similar problems in less or equal to 10 seconds. Let's get started. Hi, quick note. If you see the timestamps, number one. Okay, if you see the timestamps, this is timestamp if you want to skip the proof, and yeah. Enjoy watching. For this problem, we need a formula. It's called the difference of two squares formula. So the formula is this: a plus b, everything multiplied by a minus b, is equal to a squared minus b squared. So you might be thinking, what's a squared, what a brackets, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the proof here right now. So why is this important? It can solve manual problems quicker. Like, you don't have to put one number on top, one number on the bottom, and just multiply, carry this, carry that. It's much simpler, even though it looks a bit weirder and hard. You can use it in topics in algebra. It is really important and can simplify a lot of things. You'll eventually need to learn it. It is in the school syllabus, so you'll get like a head start once you if you learn it now. So let's start. Step 1. Remember the formula? Yep. So we're gonna do a times a minus b. If you haven't remembered or haven't watched my previous video, the outside term is like the coefficient. The inside term is the inside term. So I'm just doing a times a minus b first. Okay? So a times a, because we're taking the coefficient, multiplying by the things inside. The coefficient is basically the outside number, or the one to the left. Okay, so a times a is a squared. A times negative b is negative ab. So if we add those, we'll get a squared minus ab. Let's just store those for now. We'll use them later. Remember the first equation? Well, we're gonna do b times a minus b now. Okay, so b times a minus b. So what do? So b times a, remember the coefficient multiplied by the things inside. So we're doing b times a first. B times a is equal to ab. It's not ba because you want to put it in alphabetical order. It's like a rule, if you're wondering that. So it's ab, and b times negative b is negative b squared. The coefficient multiplied by the second term inside. Okay, so if we add those two answers we got is ab minus ab squared minus b squared. We'll need that in the next step. Okay, so remember the thing where I said store it for now? Well, it's a squared minus ab. So a squared minus ab, you gotta add a squared minus ab and ab minus b squared. Pause the video and try to solve this for yourself. I'll give you 5 seconds. Pause it if you want to try to find it yourself. Okay, so have you found it? Okay, so here's the answer. If you notice, the minus AB and the AB, there's one positive, one negative. So they cancel out, leaving a squared minus b squared. So that concludes the difference of two squares formula. A plus b times a minus b is equal a squared minus b squared. Okay, great. So how do we use it in the problem shown in the thumbnail? Okay, so let's just take a smaller number here, okay? We're gonna do the big number next, okay? So what's the answer to 51 times 49? So what we want to do is to rewrite it in this form: a plus b times a minus b. Okay? So we can achieve this by making a nice number with the most amount of zeros example. So basically, we wanted to make it a nice round number. We can make it 10, 100, 200, 4,000, 3,000, 20, 30, 40, 50, etc. Okay? It's basically more simpler. Okay. So a nice number would be 50. Closer. Oh, by the way, A must be smaller than the first number and bigger than the second number. Just to let you know that. Also it has to be a whole number to make it work best. Okay, so we can rewrite this as 50 plus 1 times 50 minus 1, which is the same as 51 times 49. So remember how a plus b times a minus b is equal a squared minus b squared? That means that 50 plus 1 times 50 minus 1 is equal to 50 squared minus 1 squared. That's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so you can easily just solve it. 50 squared is 2,500. You can put that in your calculator. Minus 1 squared is 1. You get 2,499. You can also put this into a calculator. You can pause the video now and do that. So basically, 51 times 49 is in fact 2,499. Okay, so what is the answer to 5,001 times 4,099? So from the formula, a plus b times a minus b equal a squared minus b squared, we can get the answer easily. We can write a as 5,000. Okay? It's a nice number in between these two numbers, 5,001 and 4,999. So that means 5,000 plus 1, which is b, because 5,001 minus 5,000 is 1. So 5,000 plus 1 times 5,000 minus 1 is equal to 5,000 squared minus 1 squared. 5,000 squared is 25 million, 25 with 6 zeros after, just to help you there. So 25 million minus 1 is 24,999,999. Okay, so that's the answer. I know you might be thinking, well, that wasn't 10 seconds to learn this, but, well, if you keep on practicing, you can solve these questions in 10 seconds and faster. You can show this to your friends and they'll be impressed. So yeah, please like and subscribe. It really helps. Leave a comment. Please like and subscribe. It really helps. It really helps. Leave a comment for feedback. Like if you like this type of content. And yeah, thanks for watching.